Thing is close enough. Can
What's
you hear
going
me?
on, you guys? What's going on today, guys? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We're back.
Happy
Episode
Wednesday.
2, guys. A lot going on, man, this time around. How you doing, Don? What's
I'm
going
doing
on?
great. It's the middle of the week, and
Right?
kind of excited to see what the rest of the week's going to bring.
Yeah, I hear that one. So before we first start one, I just want to give a kind of a good congratulations or shout out to Stacy, who won the gift card today
Congratulations,
for we
Stacy.
have now, thanks to you guys, over 100 followers.
Isn't that something?
Over in a week. In a week, 100 followers. Can you believe
You
that?
guys are phenomenal. We just
You
love
guys
you
are
guys. You're
amazing.
the
Come
best
on, man.
audience
That's what I'm
ever.
saying. That's the energy right there.
We're
That's
just getting
that.
started,
So,
Ryan. We're just getting
right.
started.
See?
You know?
Just getting going.
What are we going to
So,
do with these people? They're
so,
just loving it. We got to
right.
give them some good stuff.
So, and speaking of all that, this week is about your gifts and
Mhm.
motivation. Basically, your gift is the thing that you do naturally that God gave you to do within yourself. And once you tap into whatever that is, the rest comes naturally. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. So make sure you know what your gift is. And when it's hard to be motivated, you know what? Pray. What's your thoughts about that, Don? What you think?
I kind of got to do a little bit of discovery to kind of figure out, well,
Right.
I thought I was good at this over here, but maybe, I'm not really seeing the fruit of it. So, do I need to reevaluate? Do I need to reevaluate
I like that.
what
I
my
like
core
that.
values
Yeah.
are? Do I need to reevaluate where I've seen fruit in the past with the work that I performed and the hobbies that I have that I enjoy? Are those aligning with my gifts? And so kind of looking at everything and kind of
Yeah.
taking a step
Yeah.
back and saying, okay,
100%.
what does
No.
this look like and how can I make it work?
Also, but I would just add, like I said, sometimes I'm guilty just as much as anybody with this. Like sometimes at first, it's natural to second guess what your gift is.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And I think we
Exactly.
all know what that's about, to second guess yourself, but fine tune what that thing is that you do naturally,
Mhm.
just like your gift is. It does open doors for you in ways you never would have thought possible. Like initially,
Yes.
I didn't get into this thing as a DJ, but now I've been through so many avenues that I've been fortunate with and blessed with by God to do what I do. I would have never got there had I not discovered my gift. So I don't know. That's just kind of my take. I just think if that's what you got to do when you find what that gift is,
Mhm.
and it really when you're in your gift and you're aligned in that, things change for the better in ways that it really just it's hard to express when you know what that is. You tap more in that. Don't second guess yourself what that is just because you're not familiar with it. Rather pray, just take some time to learn what that is. And in hard times, and they're gonna come. Hard times are designed to shape you
Mhm.
into that gift. Well, would you
Exactly.
say that would be
Oh,
true? What do you think? I
I
mean,
think it's true. I mean, it's the cycle, right? You s you determine what you're good at, you've gotta gain all of the momentum and the courage to actually go after it, because a lot of times it's something that is new territory. You
yes,
see, if you're going on old territory, well, there's kind of a couple of things that I think we've gotta consider, right? First, you gotta consider, well, if I'm going after, there's 2 ways. If you're going after something that you believe had worked for you in the past and you've seen progress there, you've seen the fruit of your work, you've been favored in that way, if you will, then you think about, okay, what was it that caused me to gain that particular favor? What were give yourself create a bullet point list of
right,
the items
right,
that led up to that point of success. What did you do? What were the milestones that you put into place? What were those deadlines that you set for yourself? What were those tasks that you needed to complete in order to reach those particular milestones? And were there any risks? Were there any issues that you had to overcome? What were the resources that you utilized in order to achieve those particular tasks? Did you have to pull in other people? Was there a financial um,
right, right.
resource?
Now, I think that there's a lot of scenarios,
Mhm.
and a lot of times when you're actually, looking for what your gift is, and sometimes when you're out, you don't know what that is, but you got to find out who you are and whatever your gift is, the thing that you do naturally that you're pulled to. That's your game. You're probably asking, okay, right, if you when I find it, well, then when you find what it is, how to make money, how to monetize it. Just, things come together in a way that you may not see coming, but be aware of opportunities for what you do naturally. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I always use Google. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because sometimes you don't know how to you may have a gift and then you don't know how to just because you run into hardship. Hardships are there basically to they should motivate you, not hinder you. So I would say when you feel confused and know what to do or whatever roadblock you're having in your gift, either pray about the whole thing and have eyes to see what you gotta do.
Mhm.
And just because it doesn't make sense, because sometimes I wasn't groomed for the kind of success that I'm trying to have. I had to learn this the hard way. And, but I buckled down to figure out how to do it because I wasn't
Right.
groomed like that. So what you do is just buckle down and figure, hey, how can this make me money? And then you research it and you be patient with yourself because it isn't an overnight thing. People think success is overnight. It's anything but that. It takes a lot of work, sacrifice, consistency. Like if people who go to a gym
Mhm.
know what that is, no different. It takes hard work, consistency, real commitment, like a relationship takes hard work and be honest with yourself what it takes to get there. And you can do anything you put your mind to because not all of us have the mentality of, some of us have the mentality of, can I? Should I? And that's okay. But if it's something you want to do, then you have to commit to what that requires and train your mind in the can do, not I don't know mentality. Because it starts right here. Everything is right here in your mind. And whatever you tell yourself, you're going to believe. So you might as well have a can-do attitude, and you can't listen to everyone who doesn't walk in your shoes because they're not you. So I would suggest basically, talk good to yourself and believe in your gift and pray for direction. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
We tend to plan based upon the fears that we have been facing, the challenges that we believe are in our those obstacles, if you will,
Right.
that kind of are aligning with those fears, and so then we're afraid to take that next step. But even taking that next step past I can is I will. And what I found
100%.
in my life in that there's been many challenges that I've had to overcome in my life, and we've talked, heavily about
Yeah.
that.
And you've persevered very well, by the way.
Well, thank you.
You really have. Please
I'll
continue.
tell you what's kept me going. When someone told me that I couldn't do something, then that's what drove me to go do it. You
Love
see,
that.
if someone
Love
said,
that.
"Oh, you're just this cute little girl, oh, why are you in aerospace? Why are you leading this team? Or why are you running this program over here? Look at this girl. How's she able to do this?" Well, you know what? That's when I went double hard and I said, "Oh, really? Let me show you what Dawn Marie is all about." And it wasn't because I needed to prove anything really to them. It was because I wanted to prove it to myself because I knew what I had inside of me and I knew the goals that I needed to reach.